If you want to become an unstoppable force of frozen death, this build is for you. You'll be able to use this to confuse enemies in PvP and kill them quickly, or drop bosses in seconds. We've got all you need. These are the stats you're going to want to go for if you're sticking around the PvP meta. Vigor 60, Mind 40, Endurance 25, Strength 21, Dex 22, Intelligence 75, Faith 12, and Arcane 14. The only real buff to Frost you get from armor is a 10% buff to Cold Sorcery from the Snow Witch hat. You can get that here after progressing through Ranni the Witch's questline. Besides the hat, you can wear whatever you want for this build. I wore Malekith's armor because it's decent, light, and looks badass with the Snow Witch hat. For weapons, you'll want the Clayman's Harpoon, you'll need the Ash of War Ice Spear on there, and you'll need to set the affinities so that the weapon does cold damage. You can farm the Clayman's Harpoon here, and you can get the Ash of War Ice Spear right here. You also want a light weapon, like a dagger, to add the Ash of War Hoarfrost Stomp onto. You can get Hoarfrost Stomp right here. And finally, Lusat's Glintstone Staff, which you can pick up here. The first talisman you'll need is the Spear Talisman, which boosts thrusting attacks by 15%. You can find the Spear Talisman here. You'll then want the Radagon Icon Talisman to shorten the time it takes you to cast, which you can get here. Next is the Shard of Alexander. This will boost the power of your weapon skills, and you can get this by finishing Alexander Warrior Jar's questline. Then finally, you'll want the Graven Mask Talisman for an 8% boost to your spells, which you can get here. In your Physic Flask, you'll want the Cerulean Hidden Tear for that 15-second of infinite FP, which you can get here. Then you'll want the Intelligence Not Crystal Tear. This will boost your intelligence even further, and you can grab that here. You'll want to go for Godric's Great Rune because obviously it gives all attributes a 5-point boost. The spells are the secret weapon for this build, adding an extra layer of potency. When players start to expect the spear, switch over to Lusat's Glintstone Staff and fire off some of those spells to keep them guessing. Firstly, you want Renala's Full Moon, which you can get from Renala's Remembrance after defeating her. Then you'll want Freezing Mist, which you can get here. You'll also want Glintstone Ice Crag, which you can get from here. Then finally, you'll want Zama Ice Storm, which you can get right here. After you've got everything, it's time to freeze your enemies with an insanely powerful build.